Reporting in football, just how can you report ethically and without bias? Welcome to the show. Today we were discussing our ethical duty as journalists to report on football without bias, no matter who we are writing for.
That's right, Ollie. As journalists we have a duty to report objectively and not favour one side compared to the other. However, when you are writing for an organisation who has close links with a certain club, you have a responsibility to represent their views.
That means that a journalist's dilemma is whether they adapt their views to those of their organisation and therefore report in a biased manner in order to maintain a connection between the publication and club, or stick to their true opinions and risk that relationship.
One ethical dilemma that I'm facing as a journalist is that I've been invited to report for my local football club. I get free tickets to games, free travel to away fixtures and even a free bar before matches. Although this is a lovely gesture from the club, I must ensure that I do not become biased towards this team, despite the locality and the perks. I do have control over what I write and it is not edited by the club, so it's completely down to me to stay unbiased.
Interesting, Danny. Such control is not always available to journalists, however. In some circumstances, they are ethically compromised due to the influence of their editor. One such journalist is our guest, Daniel Bennett. So Dan, can you explain your situation to us?
Well, Ollie, whilst I was writing for the Bournemouth Rock, I predicted the score of a Bournemouth game, which I said would be a loss for Bournemouth. However, it was changed when the paper first came out to a draw. I think this was probably because of the need to keep the readership happy, who are mostly Bournemouth fans, and also to maintain a good relationship with the paper.
Thanks for that insight, Dan. Another concern I have in regards to reporting on football is live tweeting. I will soon be live tweeting for an AFC Bournemouth game, but I'm concerned about broadcasting my own opinions throughout. I must stay impartial and not compromise my ethical responsibilities. I don't want to be too biased and I want to report facts rather than opinion.
That is a great approach to have, Ollie. You need to ensure that you're not too critical of players if something goes wrong for them. For example, if there's a shot that goes over the bar, rather than calling it rubbish, tweet that it sailed over the bar instead. So Ollie, what would you say is the resolution to the ethical dilemma of independence while reporting on sporting events?
Well, in regards to live tweeting, we all need to report facts rather than opinion, as we've just discussed. However, for say a match preview or review of a game, you must converse with your editor to ensure that you're not favouring a team. If the editor suggests for you to favour a team more, then you should question them in order to retain your own journalistic integrity. Do not be biased when reporting on a team, and regardless of the perks they offer, or if your editor tries to intimidate you. You have a duty to the public to inform and not be unbalanced in your reports.
Very true. That's all for today. Goodbye from me, Danny Lewis.
And goodbye from me, Oliver Dyer.